Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Syngenta Canada, Alberta Wheat Commission, and C&M Seeds.
Okay, so we're here at Lacombe, and I'm with Krishan Kumar, and we're in front of a field of winter wheat, and it is very badly infected with a pathogen. What is that pathogen?
This is, you can see, Debra, this is the all yellowing on the crop. This is because of the stripe rust. And stripe rust is caused by Puccinia stripiformis. And on the wheat and barley, they are different pathogens. On wheat, it is Puccinia stripiformis triticii, and on barley, it is Puccinia stripiformis hordi. And so this is an obligate parasite, and it need host to survive. So if in the winter there is no host, it cannot survive. So the main inoculum come from the northwest Pacific region, from the US. Because in the US they have crop all the year. So in some so from US it come in the Lethbridge area. They have early crop than us, almost 2 weeks early. It build up over there and then come over here by the time our spring crop is ready. So inoculum come, main inoculum come from the US. But over here in the central Alberta, the winter is very typical. In November it starts snow, and snow remain until end of March and sometime middle of April. And so that this winter wheat we plant in end of August or September. And so when the snow come, before that the crop is almost 3-4 leaf stage, and that crop got the inoculum stripe rust from the spring wheat. So already those little crop is infected, then snow start and it buried under the snow. And so that snow cover remain until March or April. It remain underneath the snow, and snow work as an insulator. So as long as snow is there, spores are intact, plants on the plants. So what happen next year, when the snow melt, the crop start to grow again, winter crop, and along with that, because those leaf is infected, frozen leaf, and that mycelia is there, fungal mycelia, and that start to grow, and then first they infect the winter wheat, first they infect the first or second leaf from here, and from second first leaf then they start to move on the upward on the plant, and slowly they come on the upper leaf too, middle leaf and then upper leaf. And at this time when the weather is very favorable, lot of rains and temperature is around 15, in between 15 or 20 degree, yes, that is very favorable. And so it start to build up because it's a compound interest disease. So spores comes, and in fact in 14 days again sporulate. So they keep on multiplying, so that's why if you see over here at this stage, it's all yellowing. Yeah. And this year is a very typical year. Every year we have sometimes snow come, then come. This year snow started in November, and it stayed continuously until middle of April. And that provide a very nice insulation, no spores dead, and that's why we have more stripe rust on winter wheat this year. Yeah. So this year is very typical years for stripe rust, very favorable. And so this is lot of stripe rust over here. So this stripe rust will transfer now on the spring wheat. Already it started. Yeah. So good one. Yeah, so this is, we have three type stripe rust. One is the stripe rust, one is the leaf rust, one is the stem rust. So we don't have stem rust over here because stem rust need little higher temperature. So that is in Manitoba, in that area. Leaf rust, we will see leaf rust last week of July. So all these, because this fungus need lower temperature, and after that leaf rust need little higher temperature. So when the temperature will high, this will start to disappear, and all these crop will taken over by the leaf rust. And so leaf rust remain around 2 weeks because by that time the crop is ready to harvest. So that don't cause too much loss over here. So this is called as the stripe rust or yellow rust. Yellow rust, it's the spore is very yellow in color, and stripe rust means it is grow in the stripe, in the line, like that. Yeah. So they don't cross this midrib from here. So all in the line. Yeah, all in the line. And but the leaf rust, that is all over on the leaf, here like that. But this is grow in the stripes. Yeah, like that. This is our spring wheat, and so this is just next to the spring wheat there is a winter wheat, and we can see lot of inoculum over there, lot of stripe rust. That stripe rust transfer on this spring wheat. And so if there is no winter wheat beside this, we cannot see this much infection over there, but now we can see infection on the spring wheat. And this year it's very typical, stripe rust come almost 3 weeks early. Because we don't see the stripe rust this time this much, very little, but now it's all over. Yeah. So they transfer from the winter wheat from the spring wheat. So, and if in 2 weeks we can see the same situation on the spring wheat as we can see on the winter wheat. Yeah. So for the farmers, how we can recommend the fungicide applications? When we see the first symptom in the crop anywhere, we recommend, okay, go ahead and apply the fungicide. That infection we consider as 5%. So because if this leaf, it looks clean, but it's infected. In 2 weeks, symptoms start to come up because it takes 12 to 14 days to symptom come up when it's infected. So we just immediately we ask, okay, go ahead and apply the fungicide when you see the first symptom, because if we miss that timing, it's too late. Yeah. So if you can see some varieties are resistant, some are susceptible, so different levels, and in 2 weeks these are ready to take the data. So we will see, we will take the data and give to the breeder. They will pick up resistant variety, they discard the susceptible one, and that's the way we screen for disease. Yeah.
So what does 5% look like?
5% look like what we do. For example, these are the 200 plants. How many plants are infected? So if 200 plants means 10 plants infected. So if 5% means how many plants out of total infected, we count those, and it is close to 5%, we say yes, yeah, it's 5% infection.
And is that even if the symptoms are just minor in those plants?
Yeah, we consider, yeah.
So what would those initial symptoms look like?
Yeah, this one is very typical initial infections, and it start to come up, it start to sporulate. So this is the, I think, initial infection, and we should take action to apply fungicide.
What are some other prevention tactics for next year, for example?
Oh, next year, crop rotations we recommend, and grow the resistant variety. Yeah.